What's good with y'all? Today I got a little story time. I'm gonna have a little 2K clip in the back rolling for y'all. And this is the first video on the channel, so make sure y'all like and subscribe, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, let's hop straight into it. Now look, we're in Mexico. Now this was my senior trip. I went with a couple with about four other of my homies. Now, this wasn't my first time in Mexico. This was my fourth time going to Mexico. So I was, it ain't nothing new to me. So, the drive was about 8 hours. We drove there. And the drive was about 8 hours. We stayed in Arizona for like a day or two. Whatever, we got turned. Now, on the drive to Mexico, it took about 4 or 5 hours, something like that, something like. Now, we was staying at a nice ass resort. And we get to the resort. First thing we do, we hit the liquor store. We go to the liquor store. We up on all on our liquor. Now, we're chilling at the liquor store, and there's this guy that walks in, and he's like, "Oh, where y'all from?" Blah blah blah. We tell him whatever, and he mentions to us like, "Yo, there's supposed to be this big ass party tonight, like at this club, so like at this nice ass club," he said. And now look, y'all, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't at least a little bit suspect about this, bro. Because look, like, we barely like not even 2-3 hours into Mexico, bro, and we already get invited to parties, like approached by strangers. Like, look, I wasn't lying, I wasn't feeling it. All right, but the homies were with it. So, and we had we were there to get turned. We were there to have a good time. Now, look, we go back to the resort, and we're in our room, and we talking. We're like, yo, should we just hit that party? And we finally come to a conclusion. Like, we're like, yeah, we'll go. We come to a decision. And now the club where this guy said it was at, we was looking for the Addy, and we couldn't, like, it was hard for us to like find where the fuck we were gonna go. Now we find a little help. We find out where we're gonna go, and we wait a couple hours because at the time it was about like 7, and we weren't about to go to a party at 7 o'clock. So we chill. We taking a couple shots. We getting turned in the room. Now 10 o'clock hits, and we were driving like just imagine like I don't know, it was like a white little bus. Not a bus, it was like a van. It was a big van, it could fit all of us. Now we whip in the white bus, and we find the Addy and pull up to the resort. And off the bat, it's kind of like in this raunchy little neighborhood, bro. I ain't gonna cap, it was like a raunchy little neighborhood. I was not feeling it. And we pull up, park the car, we get out, we're walking into the damn thing. We're walking into the club. And off the rip, bro, there's these two big ass security guards just chilling at the door, bro. Now look, they start asking us a bunch of questions like, "Oh, how old are you?" Blah blah blah. We end up having to show them our ID. Now look, after all that shit went down, we end up getting in. We eventually get in the damn club. We walk in, and we're instantly like, "Yo, what the fuck is this, bro?" Because, I mean, first off, there was no females. It was mad, like, mad dudes in there. So we wasn't already feeling that already. And you know how whenever you at a party and there's always that one group of niggas that's just like standing there on their phone, they like in a little circle. Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna cap. That was us. We didn't have, well, like, it was weird for us. Like, how the fuck we gonna walk into a party not knowing anyone? Now look, after all that, we standing there for about a good 5 minutes. Now my homie like notices, he points out a little table. We're like, okay, like, let's go sit there, blah blah blah. We go find the table. It was right next to a bar, so that was pretty cool. We got a couple drinks, whatever. We get the drinks, we chilling for about a good 10 minutes. Now we notice, mad heads start popping up. It's getting popping in the club. Now we feeling pretty good. We feeling pretty tipsy. We all decide to go out on the dance floor. We meet new people. Now there was just one kid in particular. Now he was telling us about this nice ass house that he has. It's on the beach, whatever. He was telling us like, "Yo, after this, pull up. I'm gonna have a little party going on. Y'all pop out." So we at the club for about a good 2 hours. Now after the club, the kid's gone. We don't know like where he went, whatever. Now one of our friends managed to get his number, so we hit him up. We're like, "Yo, like, where your crib at?" Blah blah blah. He ends up telling us like, "Oh yeah, go down this street, whatever." He gives us the Addy. So we pull up, and there's mad cars outside. Mad cars. This is nice ass lot. It's gated and shit. We go into the lot, we park, we get out, and there's instantly these females that approach us. You know, you can already tell they was a little drunk. Now, we feeling nice too. Like, keep in mind that we feeling nice too. And they end up telling us like, oh, where you from? Like, what's y'all's name? How long you been here? Whatever. We walk inside, we meeting everyone, and I ain't gonna lie, this was better for me. This was better than the damn club. I mean, it was mad kids our age. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it wasn't weird for us. You know, we felt kind of comfortable. You know, the vibes were there, and you know, I ain't gonna lie, this is where the night takes a slight turn. So after about an hour of being there, it's about like 3 in the morning. The homie that owns the house or that was throwing the party, he walks up to us and he's like, hey, can y'all come with me? You know, I want to get some loud. So at the time, I was smoking. I wasn't smoking that much. I wasn't smoking heavy, but you know, we were in Mexico, so I was like, fuck it, why not? Now, we weren't thinking straight, obviously. We were in a different state of mind. So we ended up going with the kid, and he takes us to this, I want to say it was like a couple shops. Like, it was like downtown Mexico where we were at. You know, it was like a road full of shops. Now, we already thinking like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, what's going on? Like, I thought we were about to go get some loud. So the kid's like, all right, you know, park here. I'm going to get out, wait a couple minutes. So, you know, we park at the shop. This kid ends up going into the shop. Now, look, we're there for about a good 10 minutes before we start, like, thinking, like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, we already feeling uncomfortable. And so it's been like 20 minutes now. The kid has not popped out. So at this point, we like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Like, now I ain't gonna lie. At this point, we thinking like, yo, let's just dip on this nigga. Like, what the fuck? Like, we were about to do some hoe shit. But the kid ends up coming out like 10 minutes later. We were there for about 30 minutes. The kid comes out, you know, but we notice he has no loud. And we tell him like, yo, what's good? And he tells us like, oh, we're going to have to go to this shop right here, blah, blah, blah. But instead, this kid takes us to a big-ass house. Now, imagine a raunchy-ass neighborhood, but just fancy-ass house, gated. I don't know what's up with these gated-ass houses. So we end up going there. We pull up. We park like on the side. The kid gets out, and he's like, yo, one of y'all come with me. So one of my homies goes with them. And, you know, they in there for about a good 20 minutes. And we noticed our homies running back, niggas full on sprinting back to the car. Opens up the door and is like, yo, let's dip. We need to get out of here. And so we end up skirting out of that fucking lot, bro. And our homies telling us like, yo, like, I never seen something so fucking like crazy, blah, blah, blah. He's like, it was some shit out of a movie. And so he telling us a story, and we notice this fucking car's creeping around. Now the car's creeping. It's like a nice ass, I don't know. It was a nice ass car, let's say that. It follows us for about a good couple streets down. So we start hitting the gas. Now, remember what I told you. We in like kind of like a big ass van. We start hitting the gas, but it can't go that quick. So, you know, we trying to lose him. The car's still sticking with us, bro. Until we're like, yo, let's just go back to the resort, whatever. Like, they can't follow us there. We skirting all the way to the resort. We end up getting to the resort. Now at the resort, it's you got to hit this gate, and the guard comes out and he takes our information. He's like, yo, what room y'all staying in, just to like, you know, clarify. We tell him what room. We end up going in. Now at that point we think we're good. Like, okay, that nigga's not gonna, like, he ain't gonna let them, like, you know, go into the gate. So we park, we getting out, and bro, that car pulls up right next to us. There was an empty spot. He pulls up right next to us, bro. Or no, it wasn't right next to us. It was like a spot down. The first thing we start doing, bro, we start sprinting to the damn room. We start sprinting to the damn room. Now, look, listen, I know y'all thinking like, yo, like, why you sprinting? You know, the motherfuckers could have had guns or something. But look, we were young. We were pretty young at the time. Like, we ain't know what to do. Like, this was a drug deal gone wrong, bro. Let me tell y'all. So we end up going, we get to the room. And we chilling there for a couple minutes, bro. You know, I ain't gonna lie, we a little traumatized. So, what the fuck were we supposed to do? Like, so at this point, we chill for about a good hour. Now, we end up going back out to go get some tacos. Now, where, you know how like they have those taco trucks in Mexico, just chilling, them gas ass taco trucks, you know what I'm saying? So we end up going to the taco truck. We order whatever, we sit at our table. Now, we eat our meal. It was about a good 30 minutes. We end up getting back in the van. Now, this taco place, it was about a good 20 minutes away from the resort where we were staying at. So we end up driving. We're driving back, and the goddamn car pulls up. Now, we start skirting again, bro. We get caught at a stop sign. Now, look, if it was me, I would have ran that motherfucker. But we end up stopping at the stop sign. The car, like, fucking blocks us off. He runs the damn stop sign, stops in front of us. Now, the kid that we met at that damn club, yeah, that motherfucker was the one that get out first. So he gets out of the back seat, and, we end up just chilling in the car. Like, we parked outside, lights on, flashing him. And, he, like, makes a little hand motion, like, yo, get out the car, whatever. He comes to the window, and he's like, yo, like, what's good? He's all y'all guys got to get out. So we get out. This motherfucker throws a bag of weed. Imagine, like, the tiniest bag of weed, right? Throws that shit on the floor. He's all, here, y'all shit. He's all, now, where's the money? And so we looking around, and, like, one of my always tells us, he's like, yo, like, I thought it was you getting the weed. He's like, nah. He's all, I was getting the weed for y'all, whatever. He's all, here's what's going to happen. He's like, I'm either going to have $200 in my hand, or there's going to be a problem. And so at the time, I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, $200 is crazy, bro. For a little bag of weed, like, is you serious right now? So we end up looking around, and my homie eventually, like, pulls out his wallet. He's like, yo, like, I got 100 for you, whatever. And the kid's like, nah, like, 200. So, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I had to be a W man's. I pull out another 100. I was like, here's the 200, like, whatever, like, it ain't no problem, like, no big deal. I end up giving the kid the 200. He takes the 200, grabs the bag of weed, gets in the car, skirts off. Motherfucker just scammed us out of $200. Like, I get out of time, I was a little relieved. Like, that was, like, the best case scenario for me. Because, bro, I thought we was finna get fucking shot up, like, in the middle of the damn street in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the terrible ways to die. So after that, me and my homie's like, yo, like, what the fuck just happened? Like, whatever. Like, we just got chased around the fucking in Mexico for about a good 2 hours. Then get scammed out of $200. And at the time, $200 was a lot for us. Like, we've been saving up for this trip, like, months in advance, bro. So $200 was crucial for us. So after that, we head back to the room, whatever. We chilling for like a good 30 minutes. We talking about what the fuck just went down. And yeah, bro, after that, I ain't gonna lie, that was it. Like, we didn't go to any more clubs after that. We just chilled at the resort. We went to the beach, whatever. But yeah, that was probably one of the most craziest stories, that for me that ever went down, especially because it was like in a different country. You know what I'm saying? We got stopped by fucking 3 big ass dudes. I mean, it was crazy. So yeah, that concludes the story for today. I mean, like I said, it was the first video on the channel. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if y'all guys want to hear more story times. I got plenty of other stories. But yeah, thanks.